Today's Albion Online video is all about how a veteran makes silver, and so this is going to be a Let's Play episode where I just make silver. That's all we're doing in the video, and so we're going to start now. I have 24.6 million silver to start, and I'm going to try to make as much silver as possible in this video. So, the very first thing, I've just logged in. It's morning time for me. I'm checking the daily production bonuses. We have Hellgates. I don't play Hellgates. I don't have friends. So that's out. We have bows and crossbows. I actually started the game as a bow crafter, so I also have a bit of crossbow crafting. And I'm going to be checking the markets right now to see if I can find any deals. I'm just going to skip to the good parts. I'm not going to sit here and hold you down for an hour while I do market research. But I will kind of give you an example of what I'm going to be doing. So, crossbows. My favorite crossbow for low tier, like tier 4, tier 4.1, would be bolt casters. I personally use bolt casters a lot of the times. I think they're great for new players. Let's look at the markets. Okay, 16k, and then how much for 0.1? Because I recommend 0.1 for all new players. That's not much of a jump, but let's do a little bit of math here. Let's figure out the price of hellish bolts first. I know they're not 2,000. There's no way they're only 2,700. Hellish bolt, and then I'm going to take away the enchantment level, make it tier 4, 6,400. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you my display here. And, yeah, I already did some math. So, we're going to round up this number here. We're going to always round up to 6,500. Okay, that's our number. And then let's go back to bolt casters 4.1. And if we were to undercut this number, so I've copied this number, 6,500. I've copied that out of my clipboard, see, I can paste it just like that. Okay, we're going to take 22,186. We're going to subtract it by 11% because that's, I don't have premium, so that's taxes and listing fees. There we go. So that is 19,745. Okay. And now I'm going to subtract it again by 6,500. That is 13,245. Now I need to figure out the price of 20 pine planks and 12 steel bars. So we're going to go with plank and then 4.1 plank. I need to see the price of 20 of those. And that would be about 5,700. So we're going to go ahead and subtract 5,700. There we go. And then I need to subtract it by 12 bars. So we'll take 12 bars. 4,308. So minus 4,308. And that means we profit 3,000 every time we craft a bolt casters. Now, the next thing I need to check on bolt casters is how often do they sell? So this is a plain one. Plain ones tend to sell about 20 a day. Okay, 18 there. Not a whole lot. Okay, that kind of sucks. So let's go to good quality now and see how many sell on good quality per day. 17, 20, 15. Okay, outstanding quality. We got 9. Okay, it's starting to drop. And then excellent, probably not as much. 6, 12. Okay, so there we go. So if we craft about 20 of these bad boys, we're going to make about 60k and a little bit more because I'm going to add journals and the return rate because it's a bonus day. So let's get started. So here's what I've done. I've got the ingredients for one craft, and I've got some blacksmithing journals that I just had left over, and we're going to see how much fame fills into a journal with one craft. So 705, I should subtract that from the cost, but we're like 3,000 up at this point. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to focus craft it because that's a waste of my focus. So let's see how much this journal fills with one craft here. And that filled 1,440 out of 3,600. So again, 3,600 divided by 1,440. 2.5. So let's see. Every 2.5 crafts, I fill a book. So every 5 crafts is 2 books. So let's see, 2, 4, that's about 8 books, whatever. I have a surplus of books. I guess it doesn't truly matter. Let's just craft a whole bunch now that we know that we make a little bit of a profit off of these bad boys. All right, so I bought a whole bunch of stuff like that. 86 hellish bolts. I got I've overbought on planks and bars and journals, and that's totally fine because I didn't feel like doing the math. And we're going to eat a Kraken salad. There we go. That's only 30k. I get that from my chef character. It's fine. They're basically free, 60k to craft. So we're at 1.11 million estimated market value. If you add the crafting fee and the Kraken salad, just add 100k. So make this 1.21 million, and we'll see what we end up with. All right, after crafting, you can see it's still scrolling the crafting stuff there. No fancy cuts or edits or tricks. We're at 2.69 million estimated market value. So that's pretty cool. We just made 140 or 1.4 million just crafting crossbows. We filled 34 journals. Now, this has an estimated value of 60K, basically. However, it's actually more when I turn it into the laborers, and I've got hundreds of islands, so there's no problem there. So I've actually made even more than this. I'd say I made probably 2 million. Now, I'm going to pay 130K to re-roll the crappy quality ones into at least good or better. Sometimes you hit Masterpiece doing this method. That's fine. There we go. And ta-da, we, nothing too good here. We got 19 outstandings, 4 excellence, and the rest are good. That's totally fine. And now what I'll be doing is I'll be using an alt character to do the sales. That way I don't have to pay the taxes, so I profit even more. Simple and easy. Next up, 10% bonus crafting day for bows. And I thought, well, that's weird, because when I search Badon bow, the tier 5s are coming up before the tier 4s, which means there is a shortage of tier 4 bow Badons. And what can we do about that? Well, let's figure it out. And well, it looks mainly because the carved bone, which is required for the bow, is cheaper at tier 5 than tier 4, because someone probably mass bought out all the tier 4 ones. After checking the sales volume of bow Badon tier 4, it's not worth crafting. Like maybe 1 to 5 to 6 are selling per day. That's pretty icky. I figured I would go to Limhurst because they have a bow crafting bonus to check there. Carved bones are 45k about, and flat 4 Badons are 44k, so yeah, that's not very good margins at all. Like, it's cheaper just to buy the bow. It would actually be better to just buy a bunch of bows and then transport them to Bridgewatch to sell instead. But there's not enough sales volume, there's not really enough bows, it's just not worth it. I figure I would check cloth refining while I'm here in Limhurst, so I've got 20 flax, 10 tier 2 cloth, 1.2k silver. Let's see if we profit. Yeah, that did profit, but I don't know. I'll have to check the market prices and see. Yeah, we literally made 700 silver by just clicking a few times. So I'm gonna run some numbers and see if we can make some dosh. All right, well, I did the math, and it doesn't really seem all that worth. So as you can see here, if I just did 20 at a time, I'm making 71 silver. Whoop-de-doo. If I do 200, that's 710 silver. If I do 2,000, that's 7,100 silver. And 71k silver at 20,000, which will sell. It'll definitely totally sell. It's free money, but it's not a lot. It's not that much. Well, since I'm here, I might as well do a little bit. So we're at 254k estimated market value. Let's go ahead and craft. And there we go. We're up to 370k estimated market value. Now, it's not technically that much because I'm selling it back in Limhurst. I'm not transporting this to Bridgewatch or anything. Now, I could go grab a mammoth and mass refine here, spend about, 12 minutes walking back to Bridgewatch with it and put it up for sale on an alt character with premium, and I would totally make way more money doing that, but I'm lazy. I just don't feel like it. Well, I might have found a deal here. So I was looking at 6-1 Brazilian capes, and people have them at buy order for 200k, but the ingredients aren't 200k, so 6-1 cape, that's 31k. All right, then we have the crest, which is 71k, so we have, what, 100k so far, and then 3 of these is 150k, so, well, no, that's too much, damn. All right, here's another one. We got 4-2 Morgana capes here. The 4-2 cape is 13k. We'll say 14k. The crest, 24k. So we got, like, what, 40k-ish, 50k-ish, and then this is only 40k, so that's 80k. So that's pretty darn close. We could also just sell it. And how many of these sell per day? 11, 8, 18, 15. So not too bad. What about regular quality ones here? We got 7, 7. Yeah, so it's an okay seller. Let's try it. All right, so you can see here 75.4 estimated market value. You don't get fame, unfortunately, for crafting these. You can't fill journals crafting these, so it's purely just a money flip. So there we go, and it says 127k, but they're on the market for 140k. So there we go, and just doubled our money, even though it's not a lot for me. 71k might be a lot for someone else, and you don't need crafting specialization. You don't need any crafting levels to do this. Anyone can literally just combine the items and resell it. Here's another one, which I don't want to do because I just don't feel like it and it's risky, but these ritual candles, when you take them to Caerleon, they're worth 1,000, and you only pay 500 for them. So what you do is you just buy out all of these, and then you double your silver almost. Not exactly, but the risk is that someone murders you and takes your stuff, so there's always that. Now, a lot of people don't realize that you can also buy these in Brazilian, and it's way harder to transport stuff out of Brazilian, but there's still a way to do it, and I'll show you. Now, this method does require a friend to scout for you, but you join each other's party, and let's say I wanted to get to Caerleon, or in this case, Limhurst, it doesn't matter, whichever your destination is, you would have your friend enter the road, and then see what the connecting roads are, and if there's one that puts you really close to, like, say, Limhurst or Caerleon, then you go in after him, and you will get the same road as him, and then you just simply hope that you don't get murdered on your way to Caerleon. But essentially, these blood chalices are worth 5,000 in Caerleon. I could buy them for 2,500 in Brazilian, so it's super worth it. But like in this case, see, someone's doing a little power core transport right now. So yeah, this is a very unsafe road. So it took a while, but I did find there's Slow Tree Plain, which is near Bridgewatch. We've got another road, and Hator, which is near Martlock. So there's two ways out, basically, into a safe zone, and if I was transporting a whole ton of these, then it would be easy profit from there on out. But it's still super risky and time-consuming, and again, without a friend to scout the roads and get a good road so you can immediately go into a safe zone, it's really not worth doing. But an alternate method, too, besides using Brazilian, as you can see, like, Hater, I'm just going to type it into the search. You can see it is right next to Marlock. So if I went to Marlock and bought a whole bunch of Bridgewatch trinkets, and then I go to Slow Tree Plain here, you can see that Slow Tree Plain is really close to Bridgewatch. And it's literally like, just, you enter this road, and then you run here. So it's really, really close, but again, people know this. Ganker groups know this, and they're scouting for it. And if they catch you doing it, they're gonna get you. But right now, because there is a road very close connecting Marlock and Bridgewatch, which is normally just a 7-minute ride or a 12-minute ride on a mammoth, I wouldn't dare take a mammoth out into the roads. Hell no. But you know, a bear might not be so bad, right? An armored bear transport could be a little bit lucrative. So I'm gonna check it out. Alright, since I know there's a quick way to get from Martlock to Bridgewatch, and I could just transport this on a mammoth, you know, through the safe zones, but it takes forever. I'm an impatient man. So right now, granite in Bridgewatch is buy order 65, sell order 109, average price 88. That's pretty good. It's around 50-something in Martlock, so I'm going to do a little bit of transporting. So as you can see, this is a very low-risk transport. You can also see that there's other players around who can see me clearly transporting, and I have 72,000 estimated market value worth of granite on a tier 3 ox, which is only worth 9,000, so I'm risking 80,000. It's really not a whole lot, but if I sell this over 100 each, well then that's 110, that's 100k. So it's you know, about 400k, you know, profit. Not too bad for a very small little jaunt. Luckily, there's no one in front of the portal. That's usually a telltale sign that someone is scouting the hell out of this. Also, damn it, there's a chest over there in 15 seconds, so that means there's going to be people there to get the chest. Oh, no. But yeah, this is super risky, and I don't recommend people do this. But because it's only 80k to me, it's not a big loss if I do die. I just want to show you that this is a very quick way to get to Martlock to Bridgewatch. And you can profit by moving stuff from one town to another. Alright, so that was a very fast transport mission. We can now sell the granite. There we go, so that's 99k for that stack, and another 14k. So we only made 25k, but it still just goes to show, if you scale it up, you get a bag, a heavier, you know, ox or a bear, you can move more product. How about a bit of focus crafting? So I am a max level potion crafter on this character, the Soulbidgy character, as maximum potion crafting. So that means that I can pay the least amount of focus to craft potions. So I'm going to craft some gathering potions here. We're going to craft 100 of them, using focus this time, so I get a huge return rate on the resources. And it's only going to cost me 14k. We have about 500k worth of ingredients. Let's see how much we make. It's just about done, and annoying pop-up, and now we're at 975k estimated market value. So, as you can see, I nearly doubled my money. Not exactly, but almost, okay? And let me just check the estimated market value of this, 8,477. So maybe not, we'll see. So as you can see, if I undercut this, I do make about 198k from that estimated market value, so that's totally fine with me. And then if I sell my extra ingredients, it's another 50k there, it's another 30k, So, about a 240, 250k. Not the biggest profit, but it is free money for just clicking a button. And if you're wondering about the focus costs, well, it comes out to about 2.8 million per day because 685 goes into 10,000 about 14 times. So if I crafted that same thing 14 times, making 200k each time, 200k times 14, 2.8 million. Pretty simple math. Alright, so at this point, I'm going to do some more flips across all the towns. Now, these are members-only secrets, so I'm not going to speak of them. If you want to know what they are, you'll have to become a channel member. It's $5 a month. Down below this video is a join button. You click that, you pay through YouTube, and it gives you access to private, more personal videos. These videos will teach you the flips that I'm going to be using, and this will take about an hour to do, so I'm going to go ahead and get those done, and we'll see how much I make. Alright, I actually spent about 2 hours, a little bit over 2 hours doing these flips. We're up to 34.7 million gold, or not gold, silver, my bad. And I did sell some of the auctions earlier, like some of the potions and some of the cloth. But I know it's over 6 million in those 2 hours from flips. I can't tell you exactly. Maybe 7 to 8 million. I'm not entirely sure. But we're up. I think we're up about 9 million right now. And with that said, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to log into an alt character that has premium and list those bolt casters and then take a break because I've been doing this for a little while, so I'm getting kind of hungry. I'll be back later. Alright, so after the break I did about 8 hours of gathering. Not exactly, it's really close to 8. We'll just call it 8 hours of gathering. It's like 7 hours and 40 minutes, I don't know. But I also had sold some auctions, and we're up 43. We're up to 43.4 million, and I'm tired of playing today. So what I'm gonna do now is tomorrow I should be able to log in, and a bunch of those bolt casters will have sold on my alt character. I'm gonna mule the silver back over. And I'm going to do about maybe 15 more minutes of flips, so I should have even more of that when I wake up. The flips, I'm just like buying 6.1 and 8.1 like armors and weapons, and whenever I buy them for cheap, I just relist them at a higher sell order. So my buy orders are low and my sell orders are high. That's all I'm doing. So I'm going to go to bed and we'll see what I wake up to. And if you're keeping track, it's the same exact day. You can see here, it's still bow and crossbow day, still Hellgate day. I think we've made 19 million silver, and we still have more on the market to make. So, yeah, there we go. It is now day 2, and today's bonuses are bow again and cape. Still Hellgate Frenzy, boo. Now, I did a little bit of market investigation, and I found a very profitable little niche that I need to take care of very quickly before someone else does, because it's based on sell orders. Also, we're up to 46.9 million, and more stuff is still selling. I still have not sold through all my flips from yesterday, but let me show you what I found, okay? And it is 4.2 capes. So because it's cape bonus day, really good time to do this. 4.2 just regular capes. They cost about 15k right now, but there's buy orders, hundreds of them, for 12k. But let me show you something, all right? We're gonna type cloth, and if we buy 4 cloth, well, that's 5.4k right there. And then leather, and then let's buy 4 leather, 4.78. So that's about 10k, right? So that is 10k. And if I craft a cape right now, the crafting fee is about 300. So 10k, 10,300 silver, and then if I go and, you know, decide to do a sell order, well, I can make 12k. So essentially, I can craft these capes not only for free, but I can earn 2,000 silver 138 times there, 17 times there. You get the idea, right? I can fulfill all of these buy orders for essentially free, and I can fill journals while doing it, increasing my profits even more. So let's get started with that. Let's do the math. So here is our shopping list. We have 185 buy orders to fulfill that will give us profit. So we need to buy 740 cloth and leather, and I also need journals, and every 5 crafts is 1 journal filled, so 37 journals. And here we are. We're going to craft 185 capes and fill these journals. Let's get to it. 1.96 million estimated market value. And there we go, we're now up to 3 million estimated market value, and I could craft more capes if I want to, but right now I just want to fulfill those sell orders before anyone else does, because again, it's free silver, and yeah, those guys are getting a small discount, you know, over the regular sales price, but that's okay because once I fulfill their sell order, then I can be the biggest buy order, and that means that I can get free capes. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so I didn't sell all the sell orders because I guess someone put more buy orders into the market, so I gotta go craft some more real quick. You can see that my silver is back to where it was, that I have all of these journals, I also have all these extra resources, so I'm technically up 500,000 silver right now. That's how much I've made so far. As you can see, hold on, you can see my silver, 46.9 million, that's where we started, I'm pretty sure. So I'm just going to craft another 15 real quick and get those sell orders taken care of so I can be the biggest or the highest buy order. Also, the cool thing, even though I personally don't care, is that I'm earning cape mastery, cape specialization, cape crafting, you know, level ups. I think I'm like level 26 on cape crafting now, so it's just nice. It's cool to have. I'm not personally going to use it, but this is a way to max out crafting for essentially free. And wouldn't you know it, by the time I got back to the market, there's already more buy orders up, so I may not be able to do this, but we're just going to craft a whole bunch here. I did not mean to craft 28. I would actually lose on that. So let's see. Yeah, we need to do it in increments of 5. So 25. There we go. All right. Okay, this should do it now. I have up to outstanding quality all sold onto the market, so what I can do now, and I have some left over just in case someone else, you know, comes in, is I can set a buy order now for these 4.2 capes. I'm going to go 4.2 and then go to cape, go to good quality. The highest bid is for 1,001. I'm going to put for 1,002. I'm just going to buy, we'll do 20 of them. What's the tax on that? 500. You know what? Let's bump it up to 40. There we go. So essentially, I'm going to buy 40 capes at 1,002 each and resell them for almost 15,000. And let's just go ahead and put that buy order in. There we go. And we could adjust it. Someone might, you know, come by and uppercut us, uppercut our prices. That's totally fine. But let's just look at how often do these capes even sell? I need to know the sales volume. And let's find this one here. That's a good quality, 4 weeks, 100 a day. So our buy order amount is a little high. But you can see that, yeah, we're definitely going to profit as soon as, you know, people start selling capes. So that's good for us. And the way it, look, it's, wait, never mind. That's a stack of 36. The way it works is essentially someone comes up after doing some dungeons or maybe killing players, and they go to sell, and they go to quick sell. And when they go to quick sell, they're not going to notice this number. They're just going to hit the button because they're lazy. I'm lazy. I do it all the time. You can see that I would be selling like these capes for 1,935, and these for 1,001, these for 1,000. And these for 774. Oh my goodness. That's such a terrible deal. But again, you know, when people have an inventory full of crap and they just hit quick sell because they want money now, they want instant gratification, then I'm going to profit because I'm going to turn around and click sell order, undercut by 1, and, you know, make a whole bunch of money there. So there we go. Go ahead and put those capes into the market. I can put these resources back into the market, or I could craft more capes. It's whatever I want to do, but now I also have these laborer journals. That's 110k bonus. So yeah, we made a little bit of money. It's not too much money, but it's a pretty damn good amount. And especially if we buy capes like I just showed you how to do, we're gonna be just printing more silver until the market catches on and normalizes. Now, looking at the market further, I could do it with capes, and there is a lot of buy orders for these capes. Like, I can do this all the way down to this number, 778. I can craft these on the cheap right now because, again, it's bonus day. But, you know, filling tier 3 Tinkerer journals, yeah, it's profitable. I don't really feel like it. The money margins aren't too high. I did the math, and I would only earn 27% minus market fees, which would be even less if I'm quick selling. So, 17%, you know, profit right here. If I do, you know, like 1,500 something capes. I don't care. I just don't care. It's too small margins for me. So here I am in Martlock. Someone already cleaned out the buy orders, so I'm too late there. I did wake up a little later than normal. I normally get on right as soon as server resets, but I'm about 4 hours late today. Again, early bird gets the worm in these kind of little market flips. And unfortunately, someone is big-brained in Martlock, apparently. So right now, I'm on an alt character. I'm just testing something. This is my chef character. He doesn't have any focus because I haven't given him premium in ages. But I wanted to see the bonus of butchering this cow. I paid 9,500 for the cow. You can see it's only really worth 5,300 though, so I overpaid. But even then, I just want to see, does this profit? And let's see. So that's only 7,000 estimated market value. I don't think I made any profit on this. I think cows are a little bit overpriced right now. But what that means is that Bridgewatch has a cow shortage. Now, I don't raise livestock, I don't grow or nurture cows, and I don't have premium active for a character that could. So it looks like a market opportunity, but let me see the current price of beef here, if I just sell order it. So yeah, I do lose silver doing that, which sucks, but I'm a chef, so I'm just going to hold on to it because he can use it to cook stuff. So I just got done checking all the livestock for Bridgewatch, and all of the animals are up. Not so much the mount animals, but like the butchering animals like goats, geese, pig, cow, sheep, chicken. They're all like 50% more expensive than what they normally are. So there's definitely a market there, but I don't have characters that raise, animals, and I don't have premium, so it's not something I can really dive into, unfortunately. So one thing about what I've been doing in this little part of the video, is, crafting stuff and then selling it to the buy orders. Now, essentially, what I did here was I did a little research. I found the Caerleon Cape, and there was a bunch of buy orders for 60,000 and higher. And by the time I, got my recording stuff fired up to show you guys, there's only one left. So let me show you what I would have done. This Caerleon Crest, only 13k. You can say it's 14k if you want to round up. You got a Shadow Heart here for 36k, and that's funny because that's a character from Baldur's Gate. So that's like 46k, right? And then the cape is 1,000, so 47,000. You sell it to the buy order for 13,000 profit. Again, there was hundreds of these, and I was too late. That happens sometimes. Also, you have to check your buy orders. So we did get a cape for 1,004, like I said we would. But if I click this, most likely someone's already overcut me. No, they haven't. I'm still in the lead. I had to go to 1,004 because this guy put 1,003. So yeah, we're still on the leader for the capes. Yay. Alright, with that said, the next 8 hours will be spent gathering. Yay. So I've got one anime lined up. Each episode is about 20 minutes each, with 2 seasons, and there are 12 episodes per season, so this is roughly 8 hours. So I'm just going to go out, and yeah, I'll see you in 8 hours. Alright, here we are, almost 9 hours later. Now, I did a little bit of auctioning on an alt character, so that I can not have to pay as much taxes, then mule the silver back over. And here we are, we're at 68.2 million, and it's time for me to take a break. I've been playing this game all day, so yeah, what I'm gonna do is, yeah, just go eat or something. I'll be back later. But before I do that, so the anime was the Faraway Paladin, and it was okay. Someone on Twitter said it was basically Lord of the Rings, but anime. No, it's not. It's okay. It wasn't that great, honestly. Like, I remember the main character's name and some of the side characters, that's it. If I can remember the character names, then it's not a terrible anime, right? But towards the end, it got kind of stupid. It got kind of dumb, and I don't like how it ended. I think, oh, you beat a big bad boss and you're basically immortal. No. And then, oh, the main antagonist is in love with you. That's stupid. That's so dumb. And also, it's a little overly religious. I get it, he's a paladin, he's supposed to like pray to God and stuff, but like, come on, man, just lay off the prayers a bit. Do some cool stuff. Also, there's a guy named Swolbinge in the chat. That's not me, by the way. Anyway, I'm going to go take a small break, and then I'll figure out what else we're going to do for more silver. And again, this is just the second day. We started at, what, 24-something million? I've already forgotten. It's been a day in real life, so don't know. But we're up to 68.2 million. Can we hit 100 million? Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Okay, so I spent about a little under 2 hours doing 100 islands, 100 guild islands. That's, now my islands have 24 laborers each. It's not just a guild hall. It's like the 3 houses. You can see it's just like this, right? And so I just got done doing all the labor stuff that I do, and I'm quick sold most of the stuff just because for the video, and we're up to 77.1 million silver, and yeah, still the same day, still the same bonuses. Can't see what the next bonus activity is going to be, but now the way I do laborers is I don't like hyper focus on it. I just kind of watch YouTube and stuff. while I do it. So yeah. Now here, the interesting thing that I've been watching on YouTube is there's a lot of new Albion channels springing up, and they're all kind of like the same formula. They have the stock images that they use. It's like they all are using the same editor, and I don't mean program. I mean person. They're all paying the same editing person or editing team to do it. But they're making a lot of very crucial YouTube mistakes. And like back in the day, I used to like help creators out. I used to like email them tips and, you know, kind of show them how things work on YouTube. Because like none of the Albion YouTubers know YouTube. They just don't know any of the secret sauce stuff for YouTube. And it goes to show, like, they're like all these new channels springing up. They're using AI voiceovers, which technically in YouTube's terms of service isn't allowed. I know there's plenty of channels that do use AI voiceovers, and nothing happens to them, even really large channels, but it's still in the terms of service. So if YouTube, you know, gets a whiff and they don't like what they're smelling, they could just nuke your channel because you put AI voices in it. And it sucks that they could do that, but that's just how it is. And it's like, I want to reach out and tell these channels, right? And also, a lot of them are using copyrighted music, which, you know, I back in the day, you know, everyone did. And I mean before YouTube, like when you made videos on the internet and stuff. But now it's like they're making, you know, they're posting copyrighted music on their videos, which the problem with that is that if it's not monetized, then the spread of the video like diminishes massively. It'll be still spread between like people in Discord and stuff or a forum, but it won't be discovered on the you know, the front page of YouTube, and that's where most of the views are going to be coming from. But also, it'll be suppressed in searches if it's a searchable term. And also, like, this one channel was using massive clips from movies that are very litigious. There was one talking about, like, Albion Silver, and they were, like, posting, like, full-blown movie clips of The Wolf of Wall Street. Well, The Wolf of Wall Street is very, very copyright hard and heavy, right? Those guys, whoever made the movie, whatever company made that freaking movie, I've never seen it, but they strike down so many people. Like, they just put little meme clips in their videos, even though it's technically like builds on the content, it could be considered fair use. They strike it anyway, and there's nothing they can do about it. So you really hate to see these little channels die. But then I'm watching this one, and he starts like harping on how awesome eCord is. I'm like, okay, well, I'm not helping that guy. Yeah, and you just hate to see it. You just really hate to see it. But yeah, guys, so what, 2 days, we made over 50 million silver, I'm pretty sure. We either start at 24 or 29 million, I don't know. Rewind the video and check where I was. And again, I did all of this, I made all this silver without any red or black zone bullshit. I didn't do anything crazy, like any hard gambling or hard risky adventures, like heavy risk transporting. I did a little bit of risky transporting, but it wasn't a big, like, investment. It was just like a little piddly amount of silver just to show you could do it, right? Just for funsies, I guess. But you know, all of this was made in a blue or a yellow zone, basically, pretty much, or on the markets. And if you want to learn more about how to make this kind of silver every single day, then become a channel member. Click the join button down below, $5 a month. And yeah, that's pretty much all I got. That's the video. Wow, I know it's like a little let's play of making silver in Albion. Isn't that cool? Isn't that sweet? Well, yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Mwah, kiss on your forehead. And click the video on the right side of your screen. And if you don't, this is a very peculiar one, okay? You're going to hear about a local restaurant who is running a special deal. And you're going to be really hyped to go eat at that restaurant, because it's a really good deal for the food that they're serving, the price, that is. It's going to be a very good deal. And you're going to get there, and you're going to learn that the deal isn't exactly what all it was cracked out to be. And you're not going to eat it all, and you're just going to go home and eat a sandwich instead. So yeah, that's going to happen to you. So click the video on the right side of your screen, or it will happen. And because it's so specific, when it does happen, you will know that next time you should freaking click the video.